Today's verse is Srimad Bhagavatam 18 chapter verse number 21. Let me quickly share my screen. First we will read the verse and then we'll go on sharing the presentation. Can you see my screen?
Yes, yes.
Thanks, Mataji. Okay. So we'll start with Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritam Nam Chevam Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jai Mudirye Nashtapreshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevya Bhagavate Uttam Shloke Bhakti Bhavati Nashtaki. So verse goes like that. Athapi yat pada nakar varshatam jagat viricho parharth nambha sesam punte antayamo mukundat ko nama loke bhagavat padratha. Who can be worthy of the name of the Supreme Lord but the personality of Godhead Sri Krishna? Brahmaji collected the water emanating from the nails of his feet in order to award it to Lord Shiva as a worshipful welcome. This very water, the Ganges, is purifying the whole universe, including Lord Shiva. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Translation purport by Srila Prabhupada. The conception of many gods in the Vedic literature by the ignorant is completely wrong. The Lord is one without a second, and he expands himself in many ways. And this is confirmed in the Vedas. Such expansions of the Lord are limitless, but some of them are the living entities. The living entities are not as powerful as the Lord's planetary expansions, and therefore there are two different types of expansions. Lord Brahma is generally one of the living entities, and Lord Shiva is the medium between the Lord and the living entities. In other words, even demigods like Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, who are the chief amongst all demigods, are never equal to or greater than Lord Shiva. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Goddess of Fortune, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Goddess of Fortune Lakshmi, and all powerful demigods like Brahma and Shiva are engaged in the worship of Vishnu or Lord Krishna. Therefore, who can be more powerful than Mukunda, Lord Krishna, to be factually called the Supreme Personality of Godhead? The Goddess of Fortune Lakshmi Ji, Lord Brahma, and Lord Shiva are not independently powerful. They are powerful as expansions of the Supreme Lord, and all of them are engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. And so also are the living entities. There are four sects of worshipful deities of the Lord, and the chief amongst them are the Brahma Sampradaya, Rudra Sampradaya, and Shri Sampradaya, descending directly from the Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and the Goddess of Fortune Lakshmi, respectively. Besides the above mentioned three Sampradayas, there are Kumara Sampradayas, descending from Sanat Kumara. All of the four original Sampradayas are still scrupulously engaged in the transcendental service of the Lord up to date. And they all declared that Lord Krishna Mukunda is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and no other personality is equal to him or greater than him. We'll do the short Mangalacharan. Shri Gurve Namah, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shiva Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sati Gaur Vrinda. So I've got a little presentation I wanted to share with you all. Can you see my screen with the Srimad Bhagavatam in between?
Yes.
Thank you. So this actually chapter, this verse is been spoken by the sages of Nimisharanya to Sutta Goswami, and they're all talking about the different things like how who else can be called a Supreme Personality of Godhead than Mukunda, Lord Krishna, and then that they're glorifying the water coming from the Krishna's lotus feet, which we call Gangas, and the water of Ganga, which is held by Brahma in his Kamandalu, and then given Shiva is holding that water on his head. So they are glorifying that Krishna's water from Krishna's lotus feet is respected and kept on the head of Shiva as well. So if we look at the Prabhupada's purport, Prabhupada has covered three main concepts in this purport, which are that the concept of many gods, the position of Brahma, Shiva, and Lakshmi, and four sampradayas. So these are the main things which tells us this few things which Prabhupada has highlighted, that shows that the position of Krishna and where he is. Basically, when we understand the concept of many gods, and I think it's all over world. It's said that Indians have 33 million gods, and we worship each and every one. So Prabhupada has explained that in the position of who are the main worshippers, like we worship Brahma, like people worship, there is a temple of Brahma as well, not as much as popular, but Shiva and Lakshmi worship is very highlighted in all Hindus mainly. And what are the three sampradayas? So this worship is coming from which sampradayas is coming from? And how does it relate to Lord Chaitanya's movement, and how does it shows that this sampradayas, how does it connect to Krishna basically? So we'll go in more detail. So many gods, there different type of theisms are there that explains that there is a monotheism and polytheism. Where monotheism is where when we understand that there is only one God. And to be we know that Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, they all say that there is one God, but still there's polytheism there, where we have many gods. So Hinduism can be you can say that people say that we are polytheist basically, because we believe in many gods. But if you see in many monotheism, in Christianity and Islam, they say that you have a father, you have a son of the father, and the living entity. So they basically it's mixed. Polytheism and monotheism, it's been mixed between Christianity and Hinduism. But Hinduism, if you see the scriptures, if you read it, then Krishna has been established as supreme personality of Godhead. So we are basically monotheism, that we believe in one God, and everyone we accept them as assistants of the God, administrators of the God. So Panchopasana. So there are few facts has been given by Bhakti Vinod Thakur and Bhakti Ratnakar, and which explains there are different things in how the religious practices connect to each other. So it says there are alternative faces of one absolute reality who assists in the administration of the universe. So we have to understand that there is one person who is managing everything, who is absolute, and everything else is in the administration of the universe, like they manage it. In this service, they are separate beings performing cosmic functions. So we have to understand those many gods, 33 million gods, like we have Indradev, Vayudev, Brahma, they all assisting Lord in that function. So we have to understand that there is only one person is on the top, and then the rest of them helping him. Like you have prime minister, and you have the different ministries, different MPs who are supporting the prime minister to do the job properly basically. They also represent categories of religious practice that indicate specific levels of spiritual understanding. Yes, so they have different, they present different categories of religious, like because each gods, we have different practices that's been defined, like in Hinduism, it's, if you see, Shivites have different practices. Who worship Ganesh, they have very different practices. So they have different spiritual understanding for that, because of that practice as well. And this is why it becomes difficult. And once you follow it without understanding the scriptures, then you continue to follow it, and you just you miss the point that who is on the top, who is the absolute truth, who's cause of the all causes. We just try worshipping whoever our grandfather has been worshipping, and then we just take that understanding. We don't try and change it, or try and understand it, basically, we should say. So there are 5 primary gods, which has been Bhakti Vinod Thakur has very nicely explained. Bhakti Ratnakar, he said that there is a Shakti Dharma. So I'll first take the names, and then we will explain one by one what are these. So Shakti Dharma, Surya Dharma, Ganpati Dharma, Shiva Dharma, and Vaishnava Dharma. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur has said that, most of us starts with the journey with the top level, and it slowly happens that, either if we have not have had, connection to with the devotees in our previous birth, or if we have not been have, connection with Krishna's name or holy name or prasad or anything related with Vishnu or Krishna, then wherever we start our journey, it's mostly in that way. People start like Shakta Dharma. So first they start to appreciate the material nature around them, the Prakriti, or Shakti, you should say, Shakti, which is a Mother Nature. So Shakti, you can refer it to different, like you can refer it to Mother Durga, you can refer it to Mother Nature. So that's why we start to appreciate the energy first. Yeah, so that is the Shakta Dharma. And after that, sometime the people realize that, the heat is important. Wherever the heat source of the heat is, that is the main person to worship, basically. So they start to worship Suryadev, because, and they look at the light, and then they start to worship the source of this heat, source of the light is Suryadev. So you must have seen, and it's a very good thing to, offer water to the Suryadev in the morning. And it's basically Surya is, said in Bhagavad Gita, they are eyes of the Lord. Sun and moon are the eyes of the Lord. So they start to worship Suryadev. Then they slowly worship. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur has said that, man and animal form, they started worshiping the Ganpatya Dharma. And they start to move to the Surya persons, to the Ganpati, where you can visualize the person, when you can see it. And when you ask something, that it get fulfilled, all material desires get fulfilled. So they start to move to Ganpati Dharma. And then they start to move Shiv Dharma, which is, sorry, the spelling is wrong. It's not Sharma, it's Dharma. I'm sorry. So they start to move to the Shiv Dharma, where they see, a worship. The object of the worship is more like human form, and because Ashutosh is, it's been said that he's very kind, and he fulfills the desires of his devotees. So whatever you ask for, he fulfills. He doesn't think that, if it's good or bad for you. Whatever you ask, like we have heard the story of, one of the demon was asking that, whoever I keep my hand on, they should be they should be died, basically. And Shiva, blessed him that with that boon, and that demon started to running after Shiva to put his hand on Shiva. So Shiva is always, he fulfilled the desires of his devotees. So they start to move to the Shiv Dharma. And then it slowly point, like, because because of maybe, Ganpati and Shiva, the blessings comes upon you. And at some point you start to believe in Vishnu, start to believe in Krishna, that he is the Supreme Lord. And that's where the perfection of the life rise, where you come to the path of understanding that who is the Lord, who is the top of everyone. So these are the 5 primary gods, which has been, explained by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Then we have one more thing, which is, this also explains. This is in Brahma Samhita. This is the explanation of the purport, which has been given by by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So how Lord Brahma himself, as in his one of the verse in Brahma Samhita, has refuted Panchapasana, is like, worshipping of different deities, different lords, and how he has highlighted in this particular verse that how Lord Krishna is above on all of them. So I thought it would be really nice for us to read this, and it would, make it very clear for us that if Lord Brahma is saying this thing, then it's definitely, if you don't even trust the scriptures, if you don't trust anything what is coming from up in disciplic succession, but we should all have, trust the words of Brahma, what he's saying, that Krishna, Mukunda, Govinda, he is on top of everyone. So let's read this together. The worship of Vishnu as found in Panchapasana does not please Vishnu. It is heterodox and highly improper. The worship of Vishnu as one of the 5 deities makes his highest dignity, which is without any equal, similar to that of the other deities. And in that system, his lordship is counted as one of several deities, which is a greater spiritual offense. It is the eternal duty of all jivas to serve Krishna, the Lord of all lords, All other deities are his servitors. Their function is only to carry out his commands. They will never acquire liberation who conceive of the deities as the different names and bodies of Vishnu instead of knowing them as his servitors. Thus, five shlokas, verses of the Brahma Samhita had described the nature of the five deities. The first one, I, that is Brahma, adore the primeval Lord Govinda Krishna, in pursuance of whose order the sun god Surya, the king of the planet and the eye of this world, performs his journey, mounting the wheel of time. As we all understand that, by the rise of the sun and moon, the time moves, and that's the moment of the time, basically the mounting the wheel of time. And then second verse, I adore the primeval Lord Govinda, whose lotus like feet are always held by Ganesha on his head in order to obtain power for his function of destroying all the obstacles by the three worlds. So Brahma himself is saying that Ganesha gets his power from Krishna. This is so beautiful. I adore the primeval Lord Govinda in accordance with whose will Durga, his external potency, conduct her function as the creating, preserving, and destroying agent of the world. So this is third thing. What we have heard, Suryadev, he gets his energy from Krishna, Ganesha gets his energy from Krishna, and Brahma is saying that Mother Durga also gets her energy from Krishna. For what? To conduct her function for creating, preserving, and destroying agent of the world. I adore the primeval Lord Govinda, who transforms himself as Shambhu, Shiva, for performing the work of destruction, just as milk is transformed into curd, which is neither the same as nor different from milk. So we should remember this example of Prabhupada, what Prabhupada gave, that Krishna is pure milk, but when you add curd to it, it becomes a little agent to it, something, and then it becomes the curd, and Shiva is that curd. And when Shiva comes in the contact with the material energy, and then he becomes Shiva Shambhu. So he's saying that destroying the work of destruction, he gets this to get the energy from Shambhu as well. I adore the primeval Lord Govinda, who manifests himself as Vishnu in the same manner as one burning candle communicates its light to another candle, which, though existing separately, is of the same quality as the first. So this is really nicely explained. The five, Bhakti Vinod Thakur had explained the five primary gods of Surya, Ganesh, Lakshmi, Shiva, and Vishnu. So they have explained, he has explained, Brahma has, all in his verses, 5 verses, he have explained that Krishna is on top of even Vishnu. And what is the explanation given for Vishnu? That is same as one candle's light. So you have an original, candle, and you can light 100 candles out of that. But the original candle is original candle, that is the candle which has given the light to other candles. And this is why the Vishnu form is also Brahma is saying that he's getting his power from Krishna himself. So this is very, this gives us a really profound explanation that Krishna is on the top to keep us faith and our belief in that. And to the next, if it allows me. Yeah. So now we'll move to the third point of Prabhupada, which Prabhupada has explained: the Brahma Sampradaya, Rudra Sampradaya, Shri Sampradaya, and Kumara Sampradaya. So if we will look at this in the detail, that what are these four sampradayas, how did they originated, and how does it link to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission. So as I've explained, I try to put this little diagram in it to explain how these sampradayas have manifested and from where. So you can say from Krishna, like I didn't put the in between there, because there are two more layers in between, as you all know, that after Krishna there is four more partial incarnation of Krishna, which is Balram, Pradyumna, Anuruddha, and Vasudev. This four incarnation comes from Krishna, and from Balram extend the Garbhadakshaya Vishnu, Shirodakshaya Vishnu, and Karandakshaya Vishnu. And from the Garbhadakshaya Vishnu, Brahma comes, and from Brahma, Shiva comes. Yeah, so we should understand that, and Narayan is there in the, in the form of Garbhadakshay, Shirodakshay Vishnu, and Kandakshay Vishnu. They are all forms of Narayan. So we have to understand that this is directly not coming from Krishna, coming from Krishna's Balram and all four expansions of Krishna, and then from Balram, Shankarshana mainly, what you call Brahma comes. So we have to understand that this link. And then so we look at the this sampradaya, which is Brahma sampradaya. And how does the Brahma sampradaya comes? Brahma to Narad Muni to Vyasdev, and Vyasdev to Madhvacharya. Then you have Shiv Sampradaya. From Shiva, there was one more link I have seen in the scriptures, that the Shivas to Rudra, but I could not understand that how Shiva and Rudra, I thought they are same, but I have connected only Vishnu Swami directly to Shiva. That's how I couldn't find any other link in between. But there might be definitely link in between after Shiva to Vishnu Swami. So this is Rudra Sampradaya. The Narayan Sampradaya, sorry, Shri Sampradaya. So Shri Sampradaya, how it's coming from Narayan, you have Shri Devi, Shri Lakshmi connected. And then you have Nathamuni. This was one of the devotees whose, deity form is residing. And then you have Yamunacharya and then Ramanujacharya. So Ramanujacharya, but he also believed, these all, they all believed that Krishna is supreme, Vishnu is a supreme. And then you have again Brahma, and we all know that from Brahma, Kumaras came, four Kumaras, and then from Kumaras, Nimbakacharya Sampradaya. So I'm not sure if you have had any touch with any devotees, like you knew about these devotees before. Like I've heard about the Nimbakacharya Sampradaya. It's very famous Sampradaya in Vrindavan and in India, and they all believe in Krishna. They all, they're followers of Krishna, but they are more connected to Radharani. They think Radharani is energy, so they not think Radharani is definitely energy. So they are more worshippers of Radharani. Ramanujacharya, definitely they are Vishnu worshippers. And they Ridra Sampradaya also sort of, they believe in Vishnu, but they are more Shivites basically. They believe in Shiva more than Vishnu. So I think only Rudra Sampradaya is like that. However, Madhvacharya Sampradaya is also, they believe in Govinda. And because the teachings has been coming from Brahma, Narad Muni and Vyasdev, Madhvacharyas are also, and his teachings are like, we have few devotees in our temple, they follow Madhvacharya Sampradaya, but they're strong believers in Krishna, and they're they serve so nicely. So I've from their experience, I have understood that Madhvacharyas are very, very strong believers of Krishna as being Supreme Lord. So we'll move on the next one. And in Padma Purana, there is one thing, a verse has come, which is very important for us all to understand, that what does it says. And this is the verse which connects the four sampradayas to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And I was amazed when I saw this verse when I was preparing for this class, and this is amazing. So if you read this, I'm not very good with Sanskrit, but I'll try my best. Sampradaya vihina ye mantraste nishvala matha अतः कलाउ भवसन्ति चत्रवः संप्रदायानिहा श्री बतमा रुद्रा संका. So this is the four sampradayas name. Vishwanaya kashti pavana chatravaste kalau bhayava ye ukale purushottamat. So the last line is very important. That's the line which connects. So if you read the translation, if someone receives a mantra from a guru who doesn't come in a bona fide sampradaya, that mantra will have no potency. Hence, in the age of Kali, there will arise four founders of sampradayas, namely Shri Brahma, Rudra, and Sanka. These four sampradayas are the sanctifiers of the earth. Their four respective sampradayas will arise from the Supreme Personality of Godhead in Utkal, Orisha. So Utkal, Orissa, you might have understood that where is it? Jagannath Puri. So who is Jagannath Puri? Who was residing Jagannath Puri? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So from the Supreme Personality of God in Utkal. So this is how it connects. There's all this sampradaya has arisen from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself, from Jagannath Puri, from that kshetra. So this how it connects to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to four sampradayas. Now, if you move to, so what is how it's been explained that in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what did he did to these sampradayas? What was explained in four sampradayas, and what did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came up with? So Achinta Veda Veda Tattva. So I'm sure you must have heard of this word. And this is what, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu established. So 3 personalities in between reestablishing. So there, how did they did it? So Shankara had claimed oneness, that the living energy was one with God, which is kind of, yeah. He was saying, but he was saying that we and God, has no difference. Like, we are one, like we are God, like basically that's how Shankara explained. But Ramanujara detected that there was a difference, agreed with the oneness aspect, that yes, we are one, but added a special cause. The living being is obviously different as well, isn't it? Because we are connected with the material world, material nature, and this is why we are different. Then what Shankara said? Shankara said that it's like Mayavadi philosophy, kind of, that yes, we are one. But Ramanuja said that, yeah, no, it's not exactly same. We are living entities a bit different. Then came Madhvacharya, who preached as pure Devta or dualism. They are different. He said they are different completely, like, Krishna is completely different and we are completely different. So this was complete extreme, that, Madhvacharya said that we are, Lord is Lord and we are different people completely altogether. So Shankara preached one extreme, Madhva preached the other. Sri Chaitanya prepared with the perfect balance. What did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said? Achinta Veda Veda, inconceivable oneness and difference between God as in his energy. So we are one, but we are the part and parcel of the Lord. We must understand that. So by the quality wise, by the size of us is minute, like, fraction of what Lord is. Like, for example, a big fire, and then we are just the spark of that fire. We're little very, very. So if you look in the quality and quantity, quality wise, we have the same qualities. We can endow same. We can have the same qualities. We can try and get the same qualities as the Lord. But the quantity wise, we are very, very small. So that's what Achinta Veda Veda Tattva. So there are a number of examples has been given by, Srila Prabhupada at different places. Like, for example, the ocean, the complete ocean, if you take it as a Lord, and the taking one drop of from that ocean, we are that single drop. Same as fire. Big fire is the Lord, and the spark of that is us. So things like that. So Lord stays with his full potency, with his 64 qualities, full of everything, full of wealth, full of knowledge, full of renunciation, full of beauty, full of power, and full of there is one more, full of beauty, full of wealth, knowledge. There is one more, I think I'm missing. Yeah, there's 6. If someone knows, then maybe they can tell me if I'm missing. Full of knowledge, full of wealth, full of beauty, power, renunciation. There is one more. Yeah, we're missing, but yeah. So this is what the Lord is different than, different and same. Achinta Veda Veda.
Is it knowledge?
Yes, knowledge, I think I covered it. I
Okay.
think, I think one is missing. I'll check on internet and I'll come back. So this is where so what did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did? Because every sampradaya, had too many very nice good things which we should have taken. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has taken the 2 excellent point from each sampradaya, and you will see this, that this is all is in our sampradaya. We are Vaishnav Gaudiya Sampradaya, basically, Brahma Vaishnav Gaudiya Sampradaya. And that's how we have been, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has established the Gaudiya Sampradaya. And so what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has taken from Brahma Sampradaya is absolutely smashing of Mayavadi philosophy, that we and God is not one. There is no, there is light, but the Lord has a personal form. Lord is not impersonal. So he had smashed it completely. And we have seen the, acharyas coming from the line from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that have smashed that philosophy completely. And you must have, if you read Srila Prabhupada's books, Srila Prabhupada is all over his books. He has said that, no, Lord has a personal form. He is not impersonal. And, Guru Maharaj was other saying that whoever loves Krishna would not like to hear that Krishna does not have a personal form. So, that is one very important point, deity worship. So Brahma Sampradaya, they used to have very, high rules and regulation, the standard of the deity worship. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has taken that. And we see that, in ISKCON as well, we follow very nice worship, deity worship. We have very high standard, and it has been taken from there. Then Shri Sampradaya, Vaishnav Seva. So Shri Sampradaya, yes, devotees, they prefer to do the Vaishnav Seva. And because, Lakshmi ji is coming from Lakshmi ji directly. what would you expect? She is always, massaging Vishnu's lotus feet. So she has, understood, and that has been come from Mother Lakshmi only, that we must serve the Vaishnavas. So it has come from Vaishnav Seva. And then Ananya Bhakti, free from karma and jnana. So it has been taken that karma and jnana, bhakti is on top of everything, karma and above karma and jnana, and is free from karma and jnana. It's Ananya Bhakti is, what is Ananya Bhakti is? Um, Ahetuki and aprahita. Ahetuki means it doesn't have the personal motive. It doesn't have a personal desire, material desire, or any desire to it to get anything returned from him. And ahetuki and aprahita. Aprahita means it's unconditional. Uh, uh, Not like it's continuous. It doesn't stop. You can't, you don't stop you don't put a break to it. It's continuous, whether your health is good, bad, whatever condition you are in, you just get continue it. You don't give a break in your services. So it's on the top, and it's above karma and jnana. The third one, the Rudra Sampradaya, total dependence on Krishna. So as you have seen that, even Lord Shiva, he's always meditating on Lord Krishna, and he is completely dependent. So this is what it has come from their sampradaya, that we should be completely dependent on Krishna. We should completely surrender in any situation to the Lord, and then Lord looks after his devotees. Raganuga Bhakti. So I'm sure you must have heard of Vaidhi Bhakti, Sadhana Bhakti, Rupanuga Bhakti, Raganuga Bhakti. So this Raganuga Bhakti, especially of the, have serving in the spontaneous attachment. You have spontaneous affection to the Lord. You're not serving as in the following the rules and regulations. So it all comes in the order, in the hierarchy, that you follow the Vaidhi Bhakti first, in the guidance of your spiritual master, by following the rules and regulation. And when you continuously do that, you get the blessings, and at some point you develop that spontaneous attachment to your service. And that's where the Raganuga Bhakti comes in the picture, that is spontaneous attachment happens with the Lord, with Lord's service, and the Lord's form, Lord's name, everything related to the Lord. So that is when the Lord is picked up from Rudra Sampradaya. And that Kumara Sampradaya. So as I was saying, this Kumar Sampradaya is Nimbakacharya Sampradaya, and I'm quite familiar with, I've heard about these devotees, and they always take shelter of Srimati Radharani. And we have always, Srila Prabhupada's father used to always say that he would go, and whoever come home, he would ask everyone to bless Srila Prabhupada to become a very nice devotee of Srimati Radharani. So, if whoever is coming in this Sampradaya, in Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, it's we always take shelter of Srimati Radharani, that even if Krishna says no, he doesn't prefer us, he doesn't like our service, but Srimati Radharani would also always put us in the front, and she would always look after us. And only by her reference we can go back to Krishna, So we must always take the shelter of Srimati Radharani, and bhava of gopis, of how they love Krishna. And this is a madhurya bhav of the gopis has been taken from Vrindavan, which, gopis used to, they used to serve Krishna, how they used to love. Even the elderly gopis, young gopis, they had different bhavs. So that has come, like if you see Kumar Sampradaya, they have all that, attachment to the Lord in that particular bhav. So yeah, these are, 4 sampradayas. We should always remember that how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has linked and got the best out of it, so that we can serve Krishna with full our focus, attachment, and having the best tools, like understanding how to do it, and understanding that how Krishna is on the top. So it's very important for few things to be devotees to understand. I think that's finished. Yeah. So it's very important for us to understand that Lord is on the top, Krishna is on the top, and understanding the position of the different gods, worship in different sampradaya, even in different, different groups in India. There's so many groups has been established now, and they all have different beliefs. But we must understand and read the scriptures and understand the position of each and every, demigod, and why they are. So Srila Prabhupada always said that we must respect them. And we must respect them, but we should worship only the Lord. We should have complete surrender, dependence, and our faith in the lotus feet of the Lord, and then only the Lord will look after us. So these are few things very important. My humble talk on on this very complicated verse. But please forgive me, and please add your comments, realizations. If you have any points, I would very nice to hear. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Guru Maharaj, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you. It was really a wonderful class, really well researched. Really enjoyed that. My question is, these four sampradayas, they are for Vaishnavas. So if you are a demigod worshipper or you are an impersonalist, they would have their own guru paramparas and sampradayas that they would believe in as being authentic as well, wouldn't they?
Yes, that's what. So these are the four main sampradayas which are coming in lineage of Krishna. However, there are many sampradayas like Mayavadis have their different sampradayas that they follow it. They don't want to, like atheists, that they have different things going on around. Yeah. So, but these are four established sampradayas, I would say. Yeah.
And how would, if somebody is saying is like, if they're a demigod worshipper, or let's say they're impersonalist or Mayavadi, they say that mine is the truth, mine is the true Guru Parampara, true Sampradaya. How would you answer that to them then?
Yeah, so thing is that, this is why Prabhupada again in his, is one of the offense in holy name as well, that we shouldn't try and preach the people who doesn't believe the scriptures and who doesn't have faith. So it's better to not to preach them, first of all. But if someone is getting into discussion, then you can explain it a little bit from your side that Krishna has a form and scripture says that and that. And even Bhagavad Gita as Krishna, Krishna has explained so many times that Krishna is, person. He has shown his universal form to Arjuna. So from that, we can believe that Lord has a personal form. But if people are not ready to listen, then I think we should pause it there. We shouldn't try and preach.
That's helpful. Walk away.
Yeah, walk away. Yeah, because I have experienced it. I feel like I met so many people when I go for book distribution, and people say different things. So, that I'm atheist. If you stand 5 minutes here with me, I'll turn you to atheist, and I just run away. I'm not standing here and listening to you. I'm sorry. Yeah, you meet people, and once I met, once me and my friend, we were going out to book distribution. We enter in a shop, and that guy was from somewhere from Kashmir, and he started giving us lecture that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, and then I'll take all your books, and I think I mentioned that previously. So people try, and when you try to preach, they won't stay back. They will try to preach you as yeah. So yeah, that's my humble answer. Anyone else? Any comments from anyone? Okay. No comments. Okay, that's fine. Thank you so much. We will close the class now, and I hope you all have a lovely, lovely, lovely Krishna conscious day today. And may Lord stays in your mind, in your heart, and on your tongue as well, in the form of the holy name. Hare Krishna.
Mataji, are we having classes every day this weekend?
Yes, every day. I'm not sure about Sunday, but definitely Saturday and Monday we are having class.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you, everyone.